In this video, we'll explore the art of dealing with loneliness through the lens of Stoicism. Through 10 easy-to-follow steps, we'll journey together to understand and embrace solitude, find peace in the present, and cultivate meaningful connections. This video will not only help you navigate through feelings of loneliness, but also enrich your everyday life with a Stoic perspective. I encourage you to watch till the end and apply these principles consistently to experience a positive shift in your life. Remember, stay stoic and embrace the journey. Step 1. Understanding what you control. Loneliness can be an overwhelming emotion, leading to a sense of powerlessness and despair. However, Stoicism offers a valuable lesson in understanding what we control and what we don't. According to the Stoic philosophy, we have control over our own thoughts, actions, and attitudes, but we cannot control external circumstances or other people's behaviors. When it comes to dealing with loneliness, it's crucial to recognize that we cannot force others to be our friends or to fill the void we feel. Instead, we can focus on how we react to this emotion and the choices we make in response. For example, imagine you recently moved to a new city and are feeling isolated. You might feel tempted to desperately seek out new friendships or try to force connections. However, Stoicism encourages a different approach. Rather than fixating on external factors that are beyond your control, shift your attention inward and focus on what you can control, your own actions and mindset. By understanding that you cannot control whether someone becomes your friend or not, you free yourself from the burden of seeking validation and approval from others. Instead, you can focus on being the best version of yourself and creating a positive environment for personal growth. Stoicism teaches us that happiness and fulfillment come from within, not from external sources. By channeling your energy towards personal development, you can cultivate qualities that attract meaningful connections naturally. For instance, instead of desperately seeking companionship, you can focus on becoming a good listener, showing empathy, and being authentic in your interactions with others. Furthermore, understanding what you control allows you to set healthy boundaries and manage your expectations. Stoics believe that we should not be attached to specific outcomes or rely on others for our happiness. By accepting that you cannot control the actions or feelings of others, you can detach yourself from seeking external validation and find contentment within yourself. Practicing this Stoic principle enables you to approach loneliness with a sense of acceptance and resilience. Instead of feeling victimized by your circumstances, you can view loneliness as an opportunity for self-reflection and personal growth. Perhaps it is a chance to deepen your connection with yourself, to explore new hobbies, or to strengthen your sense of independence. By understanding what you control, you gain the power to shape your own narrative. Rather than being at the mercy of external circumstances, you become the author of your own life. Through this shift in perspective, you can find solace in knowing that you hold the key to your own happiness, regardless of your external circumstances. In conclusion, Step 1 of the art of dealing with loneliness is to understand what you control. By embracing this Stoic principle, you can free yourself from the burden of seeking external validation and focus on personal growth and self-improvement. Remember, you cannot control others' actions, but you have complete control over your own thoughts, actions, and attitudes. By recognizing this, you can approach loneliness with resilience, acceptance, and the power to shape your own happiness. Step 2. Embracing solitude. Loneliness can be a challenging emotion to grapple with, but Stoicism offers a valuable perspective on how to embrace solitude and use it as an opportunity for self-improvement. The second step in dealing with loneliness involves understanding the benefits of spending time alone and engaging in activities that bring fulfillment. Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of solitude as a means of personal growth. They believed that being alone provided an opportunity for reflection, introspection, and the development of wisdom. In our modern world, solitude is often feared and avoided, as it can be associated with feelings of isolation and boredom. However, when we embrace solitude from a Stoic perspective, we can transform it into a powerful tool for self-discovery and self-improvement. One way to embrace solitude is by engaging in activities that bring us joy and fulfillment. This could involve pursuing hobbies or interests that we may not have had the time or opportunity to explore before. For example, if you've always wanted to learn how to paint, use your alone time to pick up a paintbrush and let your creativity flow. Engaging in activities that bring us a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction not only helps combat loneliness, but also allows us to develop new skills and passions. Furthermore, solitude provides an ideal environment for self-reflection and introspection. When we are alone, we have the opportunity to examine our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs without the distractions and influence of others. This introspective practice is a key aspect of Stoicism, as it allows us to better understand ourselves and cultivate self-awareness. By taking the time to reflect on our values, goals, and actions, we can align our lives with what truly matters to us. Solitude, therefore, becomes a pathway to personal growth and self-improvement. In addition to engaging in activities and self-reflection, solitude also offers a space for practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, without judgment or attachment to the past or future. When we are alone, we can focus on the present moment and fully immerse ourselves in whatever we are doing. Whether it's reading a book, taking a walk in nature, or simply enjoying a cup of tea, being mindful allows us to find joy and contentment in our own company. Embracing solitude from a Stoic perspective also means recognizing that being alone does not equate to being lonely. Loneliness is a state of emotional distress that arises from a perceived lack of connection or companionship. However, solitude is a conscious choice to be alone and find value and fulfillment in one's own company. By reframing our mindset and embracing solitude as a positive and enriching experience, we can transform our relationship with loneliness. In conclusion, embracing solitude is an essential step in dealing with loneliness from a Stoic perspective. By engaging in activities that bring us joy, practicing self-reflection and mindfulness, and reframing our mindset, we can transform solitude into a powerful tool for personal growth and self-improvement. Embracing solitude allows us to discover our passions, deepen our self-awareness, and find contentment in our own company. So let us embrace the gift of solitude and embark on a journey of self-discovery and fulfillment. Step 3. Practicing mindfulness. One of the fundamental teachings of Stoicism is the importance of being fully present in the moment. This practice, known as mindfulness, can be a powerful tool in dealing with loneliness. By focusing on the present and immersing ourselves in the here and now, we can alleviate feelings of isolation and find solace within ourselves. When we feel lonely, our minds often wander to the past or the future. We may dwell on past social interactions, wondering why we didn't connect with others or why we feel left out. Alternatively, we may anxiously anticipate future social situations, fearing rejection or disappointment. These thought patterns can intensify our feelings of loneliness and make it difficult to embrace the present moment. However, by practicing mindfulness, we can redirect our attention to the present and shift our perspective. Mindfulness involves intentionally paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. It allows us to observe our loneliness without getting entangled in negative thought patterns or self-pity. One way to practice mindfulness is through meditation. Find a quiet and comfortable space, close your eyes and focus on your breath. Notice the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. As thoughts arise, acknowledge them without judgment and gently bring your focus back to your breath. This simple practice can help calm the mind, reduce anxiety, and bring a sense of peace. In addition to formal meditation, mindfulness can be integrated into our daily lives. Engage in activities with full awareness, such as taking a walk in nature, savoring a meal, or listening to music. Engross yourself in the sensory experience of these moments, paying attention to the details and sensations they evoke. By doing so, you divert your attention away from loneliness and immerse yourself in the richness of the present moment. Mindfulness also involves being mindful of our interactions with others. When engaged in conversations, truly listen and be fully present with the person in front of you. By actively listening, observing body language, and empathizing with their experiences, you can forge deeper connections and alleviate feelings of social isolation. Moreover, practicing mindfulness helps us become more aware of our own thoughts and emotions. Often, our loneliness is fueled by negative self-talk or distorted perceptions. By observing our thoughts without attaching judgments or labels, we can challenge and reframe them. For example, instead of thinking, "I am always alone," we can shift our perspective to, "I have the opportunity to enjoy my own company and grow as an individual." Cultivating mindfulness takes time and practice. It requires patience and self-compassion. There will be moments when loneliness feels overwhelming, but the practice of mindfulness can bring us back to the present, reminding us that we have the power to shape our thoughts and emotions. By incorporating mindfulness into our lives, we can break free from the cycle of loneliness. We learn to appreciate the beauty of solitude, find joy in our own company, and develop a deeper understanding of ourselves. Mindfulness allows us to cultivate inner peace and resilience, enabling us to navigate through loneliness with grace and strength. Remember, loneliness is a universal human experience, and practicing mindfulness can help us embrace it as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Stay present, stay stoic, and watch as the power of mindfulness transforms your relationship with loneliness and enhances your overall well-being. Step 4. Balancing social needs. Loneliness can make us crave social interaction, but it's important to strike a balance between our social needs and the quality of our connections. Stoicism teaches us to focus on meaningful relationships rather than just seeking company for the sake of avoiding loneliness. In our fast-paced, hyper-connected world, it's easy to fall into the trap of superficial social interactions. We may find ourselves scrolling through social media, attending social events without genuine interest, or surrounding ourselves with people who don't truly understand or support us. These actions may temporarily alleviate loneliness, but they often leave us feeling empty and disconnected in the long run. To effectively balance our social needs, we should prioritize quality over quantity. Seek out individuals who share your values, interests, and goals. Cultivate relationships based on mutual respect, understanding, and support. It's better to have a few true friends than a large circle of acquaintances who don't truly enrich your life. Stoicism encourages us to embrace solitude as a means of self-improvement, but it also recognizes the importance of human connection. We are social beings, and meaningful connections can enhance our well-being and provide a sense of belonging. Here are some practical steps to help you balance your social needs. 1. Identify your core values. Reflect on what truly matters to you in your relationships. Do you value honesty, loyalty, or intellectual stimulation? Knowing your core values will guide you in seeking out individuals who align with these principles. 2. Engage in activities you love. Pursue hobbies or join communities centered around activities that genuinely interest you. This will naturally bring you into contact with like-minded individuals who share your passions, making it easier to form meaningful connections. 3. Be present and authentic. When engaging with others, practice being fully present. Listen attentively, express genuine interest, and be authentic in your interactions. Avoid superficial conversations and instead aim for deeper, more meaningful discussions. 4. Nurture existing relationships. Focus on strengthening the connections you already have. Invest time and effort into developing deeper bonds with friends, family, or partners. Show empathy, support, and appreciation for their presence in your life. 5. Practice active listening. When someone shares their thoughts or experiences with you, make a conscious effort to truly listen and understand. Empathize with their emotions and perspectives, as this fosters a deeper sense of connection. 6. Give and receive support. Be open to both giving and receiving support in your relationships. Offer a helping hand when needed, and don't hesitate to reach out for support when you're going through challenging times. Mutual support strengthens bonds and creates a sense of shared experiences. 7. Avoid comparisons. Stoicism reminds us not to compare ourselves or our relationships to others. Each person's journey is unique, and relationships should be valued for their own qualities rather than trying to measure up to societal expectations. By following these steps, you'll gradually build a network of meaningful relationships that provide support, understanding, and a genuine sense of connection. Remember, It's not about the quantity of friends, but the quality of the relationships that truly matter. Watching this video and implementing these principles will help you transform your approach to social interactions. By seeking out meaningful connections, you'll experience a deeper sense of fulfillment and belonging. Remember to stay stoic throughout your journey, embracing both solitude and social connections in a balanced way. So watch till the end and embark on a path towards meaningful relationships and a more fulfilling life. Step 5. Practicing negative visualization. One powerful technique that Stoicism offers to combat loneliness is the practice of negative visualization. This practice involves imagining worst-case scenarios, not to dwell in negativity, but to appreciate and value what we already have. By envisioning a life without any social connections, we gain a renewed sense of gratitude and perspective on our current relationships. Loneliness often stems from a sense of lacking or not having enough social interaction. We may feel isolated or disconnected, yearning for deeper connections with others. Negative visualization serves as a tool to shift our mindset and reframe our perspective on our relationships. To practice negative visualization, take a moment to close your eyes and imagine a life without any friends, family, or loved ones. Picture yourself going through your daily routine without anyone to share experiences, support, or laughter with. Allow yourself to truly feel the emptiness and isolation of this imagined scenario. As you immerse yourself in this visualization, you may begin to realize the significant role that your current relationships play in your life. The people who surround you, even if they are not always physically present, provide comfort, companionship, and a sense of belonging. By contemplating the absence of these connections, you gain a newfound appreciation for their presence. Negative visualization is not intended to induce despair or sadness, but rather to cultivate gratitude for the relationships we have. It reminds us to cherish and nurture these connections, to reach out and engage with others, and to value the moments of togetherness. By actively imagining a world without companionship, we are motivated to invest in and strengthen our relationships. Moreover, negative visualization can help us overcome the fear of rejection or the reluctance to initiate social interactions. When we realize the true value of meaningful connections, we become more willing to take the necessary steps to cultivate them. By recognizing the potential absence of social bonds, we are inspired to overcome our own hesitations and reach out to others, fostering deeper connections and reducing feelings of loneliness. Stoicism teaches us that the fear of loss often holds us back from fully appreciating what we have. Negative visualization allows us to confront this fear head-on and confront the reality that everything in life is impermanent. By facing the potential loss of our relationships, we learn to value them more deeply and to make the most of the time we have with others. Incorporating negative visualization into our daily lives can have a profound impact on how we approach loneliness. It shifts our focus from what we perceive as lacking to what we already possess. By nurturing an attitude of gratitude, we cultivate contentment and find solace in the relationships we cherish. By practicing negative visualization regularly, we strengthen our ability to stay stoic in the face of loneliness. Instead of dwelling on what we lack, we choose to appreciate the connections we have and actively seek to foster new ones. This mindset allows us to navigate through periods of solitude with resilience and a sense of purpose. In conclusion, the practice of negative visualization serves as a powerful tool in the art of dealing with loneliness. It encourages us to appreciate and value the relationships we have, and it motivates us to actively connect with others. By incorporating this stoic practice into our lives, we can shift our perspective, cultivate gratitude, and find solace even in moments of solitude. Embrace the power of negative visualization and discover the profound impact it can have on your journey towards overcoming loneliness. Step 6. Practicing empathy. Loneliness can often make us feel disconnected from others, leading to a sense of isolation. However, practicing empathy can help bridge that gap and foster meaningful connections. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, and it plays a crucial role in our social interactions. In the context of loneliness, empathy allows us to approach our relationships with a deeper understanding. Instead of immediately assuming that someone's absence or lack of attention is a reflection of their disinterest, empathy encourages us to consider their perspective and circumstances. This shift in mindset can prevent misunderstandings and alleviate feelings of loneliness. To truly practice empathy, we must actively listen and seek to understand others. It involves putting ourselves in their shoes and viewing the situation from their point of view. By doing so, we can gain insight into their thoughts, emotions, and motivations, which can lead to more compassionate and fulfilling relationships. For example, imagine that a close friend seems distant and unavailable lately. Instead of immediately assuming they no longer value your friendship, practicing empathy would involve considering their circumstances. Perhaps they are going through a challenging time or dealing with personal issues that are occupying their attention. By empathizing with them, you can approach the situation with understanding and support, rather than feeling hurt and lonely. Empathy also extends beyond our close relationships. It encompasses strangers, colleagues, and even those we may not particularly like. By practicing empathy, we can recognize that everyone has their own struggles and challenges. This understanding allows us to approach interactions with kindness and compassion, even when faced with difficult individuals or situations. In the Stoic philosophy, empathy aligns with the virtue of justice. Justice, in this context, involves treating others with fairness and understanding. By practicing empathy, we can embody this virtue and contribute to a more harmonious and connected society. Furthermore, empathy not only benefits our relationships with others, but also our own well-being. When we empathize with others, we create a sense of belonging and purpose. We realize that we are not alone in our experiences and that others may have gone through similar challenges. This realization can help us navigate feelings of loneliness more effectively, as we recognize that we are part of a broader human experience. To embrace empathy in our lives, we can start by actively listening and being fully present in our interactions. This means putting aside distractions and genuinely focusing on the other person. By doing so, we can pick up on nonverbal cues, understand their emotions, and respond with empathy. Additionally, practicing empathy requires setting aside our judgments and preconceived notions. It involves approaching others with an open mind and suspending our own biases. By doing so, we create a space for genuine understanding and connection. In conclusion, practicing empathy is a powerful tool in dealing with loneliness. It allows us to bridge the gap between ourselves and others, fostering deeper connections and understanding. By empathizing with others, we can navigate our relationships with compassion and kindness, ultimately alleviating feelings of loneliness and strengthening our sense of belonging. So, let's embrace empathy as a core practice in our lives and experience the transformative impact it can have on our well-being and relationships. Stay stoic and cultivate empathy till the end. Step 7. Adopting a cosmic viewpoint. Loneliness often makes us feel small and insignificant, as if we are isolated individuals in a vast and uncaring universe. However, Stoicism offers us a powerful tool to combat this feeling. Adopting the cosmic viewpoint. By stepping back and considering our place in the grand scheme of things, we can gain a new perspective on our loneliness and find solace. Stoic philosophers believed that everything in the universe is interconnected and guided by a divine order. They encouraged individuals to contemplate the vastness of the cosmos and their role within it. This cosmic viewpoint allows us to recognize that our feelings of loneliness are just a small part of a much larger tapestry of existence. So how can we adopt a cosmic viewpoint and use it to ease our loneliness? First, we must acknowledge that we are not alone in our experiences. Countless individuals throughout history have felt lonely, yearned for connection, and grappled with similar emotions. By recognizing the universality of loneliness, we can find comfort in knowing that we are not alone in our struggles. Second, we should contemplate the vastness of the universe. Imagine the billions of galaxies, each containing billions of stars, and consider that among all this grandeur, we are just one tiny speck. While this may sound disheartening at first, it can actually be liberating. Realizing our smallness in the face of the cosmos helps us put our loneliness into perspective. It reminds us that our struggles are fleeting and insignificant in the grand scheme of things. Furthermore, adopting a cosmic viewpoint prompts us to consider the interconnectedness of all beings. We are part of a complex web of relationships that extends beyond our immediate social circles. Even if we may not have close connections in our immediate environment, there are countless opportunities for meaningful interactions and relationships with others. By recognizing our interconnectedness, we can cultivate a sense of belonging and reduce our feelings of isolation. Lastly, embracing the cosmic viewpoint encourages us to find meaning and purpose beyond our personal circumstances. Stoicism teaches us that the highest good lies in cultivating virtue and living in accordance with nature. By focusing on our character and the impact we can have on the world, we can transcend our feelings of loneliness and find fulfillment in our actions. When we adopt a cosmic viewpoint, we realize that our loneliness is just a small chapter in the grand narrative of existence. We are not alone in our struggles, and our feelings of isolation are temporary and insignificant compared to the vastness of the universe. By recognizing our interconnectedness, finding meaning beyond our personal circumstances, and embracing the divine order of the cosmos, we can alleviate our loneliness and find solace in our place in the world. In conclusion, Step 7 of dealing with loneliness through Stoicism invites us to adopt a cosmic viewpoint. By contemplating the vastness of the universe, recognizing our interconnectedness, and focusing on meaning and virtue, we can transcend our feelings of isolation and find solace in our place within the cosmic tapestry. So, let us embrace this cosmic perspective and navigate our journey through loneliness with stoic resilience and wisdom. Step 8. Cultivating virtue. In dealing with loneliness, cultivating virtue is an essential aspect of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believed that the highest good in life is virtue itself, and by practicing and embodying virtues we can find fulfillment and meaning, even in solitude. Virtues are qualities or characteristics that we strive to develop within ourselves. Some key virtues emphasized by Stoicism include wisdom, courage, justice, temperance, and compassion. Cultivating these virtues can help us navigate through loneliness and live a more fulfilling life. 1. Wisdom. Wisdom is the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. By seeking knowledge and understanding, we can gain insight into ourselves and the world around us. In the context of loneliness, wisdom helps us gain perspective and recognize that our feelings of isolation are temporary and subject to change. It allows us to see beyond the present moment and find solace in the bigger picture. 2. Courage. Loneliness can often make us feel vulnerable and hesitant to engage with others. However, cultivating courage allows us to step out of our comfort zones and take the necessary risks to form meaningful connections. It enables us to face our fears of rejection and reach out to others, knowing that vulnerability is an essential part of human connection. 3. Justice. Justice, in Stoic terms, refers to treating others with fairness and respect. By practicing justice, we can cultivate empathy and understanding towards others, which can alleviate feelings of loneliness. When we treat others with kindness and compassion, we create an environment conducive to forming genuine connections. 4. Temperance. Temperance involves finding balance and moderation in our actions and desires. In the context of loneliness, it helps us avoid seeking validation and fulfillment solely from external sources. By practicing temperance, we can find contentment within ourselves and develop a sense of self-sufficiency, reducing our reliance on others for happiness. 5. Compassion. Loneliness can make us feel isolated and disconnected from others. By cultivating compassion, we can develop a deep empathy for others' struggles and recognize that we are not alone in our experiences. Compassion encourages us to reach out and support others, creating a sense of belonging and fostering meaningful connections. By actively cultivating these virtues, we transform our approach to loneliness. Rather than viewing it as a negative experience, we can see it as an opportunity for personal growth and self-reflection. Loneliness becomes a time to explore our own thoughts and emotions, to learn more about ourselves, and to develop resilience. Furthermore, the practice of cultivating virtue extends beyond our own experiences of loneliness. It shapes our interactions with others and influences the quality of our relationships. By embodying virtues like compassion and justice, We become individuals who are more understanding, supportive, and capable of forming deep connections with others. In summary, cultivating virtue is an integral part of dealing with loneliness from a Stoic perspective. By nurturing wisdom, courage, justice, temperance, and compassion, we can find strength, fulfillment, and meaning in solitude. The practice of virtue empowers us to navigate through loneliness with resilience and to foster genuine connections with others. By staying committed to this journey of self-improvement, we can transform loneliness into an opportunity for personal and interpersonal growth. Stay stoic and embrace the virtues that will enrich your life